Crypto kids, altcoins have had a phenomenal rally over the prior 7 days. You're seeing the likes of STX up 92%, Solana 28%, Aave 65%, unbelievably Trump coin up 93%, Pump 101, etc., etc. XRP has been my favorites of them all. We spoke about the falling wedge pattern that coincided with a multi-cycle retest to a bullish pennant that you were creating through years upon years upon years. A very nice double candlestick reversal sign had appeared, and I wanted to buy. I shared on the Crypto Kids Telegram. We made a Twitter post about it. I talked about it on the Daily Crypto Live for many weeks with Jay Spizzle Crypto, and I'm very happy that I did. From that post to the peak that we reached, it was a rally of 45%, and now we're up roughly 39 to 40% from $1.16. So that's been a very good one. Hyperliquids, we made a full dedicated video about Hyperliquid 2-3 months ago. And I bought a lot of Hyperliquid spot. There's a very teeny tiny position that we have here on Pionex, just for the fun of it. But I really like Hyperliquids. Out of 90% of cryptocurrencies, maybe it's even the only cryptocurrency which has a sustainable business model that directly supports the coin in the maximum way of repurchasing, at least. And I've been a fan of Hyperliquid. Institutional investors have been an even bigger fan of Hyperliquids. President Trump, on his crypto summit speech, gave a suggestion that Hype could be available as a derivatives trading perpetual DEX in America. Mike Selig, he said, the CFTC chairman, is working on it. If the American market is unlocked for them, that's more volume. More volume is more revenue. More revenue is more hyperliquid coin bought off of the market, and speculative traders are driving it crazy in value. So this is the altcoins in a nutshell. XRP, how much further can XRP rally? Very good question. We are at significant resistance, and actually I can bring up XRP USDT to your charts, and on the daily you will find that where we are trading at is the neckline of the huge double top pattern that formulated, and it was the highs from our 2021 bull market rally. So it's no small resistance. I have spot. I didn't buy XRP with leverage, but if I did have with leverage, I would have taken definitely profits off of the table and additionally put my stop loss to break even. But I've got spots. Is it worth selling my spots? Yeah, I mean, 45% unleveraged is still a big value, but I want to keep it for the long term. With spot, I'm not so concerned. I'm happy to keep it for as long as I can. This is if we are in a bull market, which I can talk a little bit about, although our prior videos have been more detailed. I can give you a brief TLDR and how I sit with it. If indeed this is the beginning of the bull market, and if it's not, then it's going to come eventually, so it doesn't really matter. It would be either the very start of it or it hadn't even begun yet. And things will get crazier. And when they do, the price of XRP and other altcoins should trade at much higher levels. So I'm comfortable with holding this asset for another year, a year and a half, or 2 years if necessary, and then sell my spot bag. Zcash was another crypto coin. I'm not a fan of Zcash fundamentally. They compare it with Bitcoin. They say that it's better than Bitcoin. I totally disagree, but you don't have to date an asset to make money from it. I don't hate it. I don't date it. I just trade it, says Da Vinci Jeremy. We had a huge bullish pennant and we were breaching the resistance. Obviously, Bitcoin's price pump. In the crypto industry, Bitcoin pumps first and then altcoins lag, they get delayed. And when you see a confirmed big pump on Bitcoin, you can rotate a little bit of capital into altcoins. That's always been a good strategy for myself. So with Zcash pumping, I wanted to share the breakouts. The target is uncharted territory because you're approaching new local highs within at least the past few years. And Zcash is up 18.88% from that post. Also, altcoins in general doing well, but just don't be confused. Trump coin, fine, rallied by 90% crazily in one 4 hourly candle. Melania up 130% on the week. But if you were to buy into these coins, Melania and Trump coin particularly, then you would be down still from the launch on this exchange. You would have been down 99.14%. I mean, Mr. Crypto Goose says, puts it perfectly. If you invested 10K in Melania, even with a 130% price pump, you would have only had $79 today. So just let's put things into perspective. I know it's exciting and I am very happy, but we need to manage emotions. If we don't manage emotions, that's when FOMO kicks in, and that's when you take irresponsible decisions. This is a time of heavy emotions because people are waking up, they're checking their portfolios, they're like, hey, crypto, that's not been a topic for like 10 months. Is it back? And when that emotions do kick in, you can make colluded decisions and not think with your prefrontal cortex predominantly. And it's a tough thing, and I struggle with it even after doing this for 6 years. It's totally normal. We're humans and we are emotional creatures. So that's what will happen. It's what differs us from robots. But if Bitcoin continues to pump, then altcoins will continue to do better. Yet, we are at major resistance. Okay, we are at major resistance. After breaking the 200-day moving average, I decided to, with the confirmation of the candle, I waited until the daily candle was confirmed. We got the break, and at 72,700, I bought into two more sized Bitcoin positions, and that's up a nice 20.36%, low leverage. And I aim to scale into that and get to the figure of $500,000 leveraged longs by mid Q4. Like, still, people doubt the Q4 cyclicality capitulation. Okay, maybe we don't punch in a lower low than $58,000, but 4-year cycles and Q4 price performance and how summer is shaping up to be is still very much in accordance with what Ben Cowen has invented and pioneered the theory of. Let's just put it that way. Which is why, with good resistance facing from volume, from the EMA ribbons, I don't want to rush into anything. There's no point to rush in. I'm already in with my spot. I've been buying Bitcoin spots for the entirety of the bear market, and then I've got some long positions already. Why should I rush? There's no point to rush. I would rather take it chill and punch in new limit buys, and I've got my levels that I am going to be adding to existing holdings. I'll even give you a quick overview. So $75,600, $800. That's area one. Area two is you've got 72,700, then 70,500, then 69,100, and then $66,900. These are the rough areas that I want to buy up even more Bitcoin, and I'll be taking you through the process. Hopefully this week, if we get some sort of a drop correction this week, then a couple of them could be entered. Some of them may never get entered. It's Bitcoin. There's no crystal ball to give you 100% guarantee of things, but these are very nice levels, which I would love to buy more Bitcoin at. And now that we've broken above the 200-day moving average, I can buy with less hesitation, with less fear that we get a big capitulation that could take us into drastic lows in Q4. I think the chances of that being true have been eliminated. I'm talking of like the 30, 40Ks. In hindsight, yes, it could have been the worst case. I never expected 30K, but 48, 49 was in a realm of consideration. Of course it was. It would have made sense from total drawdown from all-time high with the realized price theory, but 200-day moving average being broken with multiple daily candles now cuts the chances dramatically. So if we get a reversal, then these buys will be more comfortable. If we don't, I'm happy with what I have. I would doubt that we fly straight to like $90,000. That would be quite ridiculous. So I'm happy to keep it chill, happy to take my time with things. And guys, that wraps up my strategy. This is not altcoin season. If you're new to crypto, you may assume that this is altcoin season. This is not altcoin season. It really isn't. We will get it at some stage when the government prints a bunch of money, which they've started to do so slowly to cover their debts. I'm curious with what takes place in Jackson Hole in the Jackson Hole speech. Oof, this is for tomorrow. In the Jackson Hole speech Friday, we'll live stream Fetcher Powell, Fetcher, not Powell, Kevin Warsh, giving his statement, and we can assess if he's hawkish or if he's dovish. This will move markets on Friday, and I'll live stream it on either the Moonshow channel or this channel. So subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and ending with our Bitcoin tea for the short term. We've got a nice bullish pennant, but it's the weekend, it's low liquidity. So I'm just putting it out there as a big speculation. If we confirm a few breakout candles, then we could try to reach a new local high to take out that wick around 80K. But this is ultra short term time frame, which reduces technical analysis capabilities or the strength of oscillators, indicators, and patterns. It reduces the strength majorly. The bigger the time frame, the bigger the lens, the more accurate your analysis will be. That's just a general rule of thumb. And yeah, guys, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. Did I cover Solana? I think I must have missed on Solana. I had the Bitcoin chart up here instead of Solana. We're at major resistance for Solana too. Gives me deja vu from 2023. Take a look at the 2023 chart. So Solana has like a capitulation in, I forgot which month it was, and my phone is it's acting as my camera. It's covering the date. But we have a capitulation, and through that capitulation, you form a consolidation from the lows of whatever time that was, and then the lows pre drop. And you consolidate at it, and eventually you break above the EMA ribbon resistance, and Solana flies. So if you look at our fractal in 2026, I think it's very very similar. I mean, you've got a trend line that was support many times. You retested it, found resistance, got a small capitulation. Then you're now rallying to it. It's coinciding with your EMA ribbons too. So if $100, sorry, even $98 is confirmed on the weekly to have been breached above, and a consolidation is likely here, at least for 1, 2, 3 weeks. But if we can break above it, then Solana will most likely fly again, and $150 won't be too far-fetched. On the monthly, if you'll remember, we brought up the MRI and how we dropped for 9 months consecutively, and we got an MRI buy. This is big news. We are at resistance and we can consolidate, but Solana, it's looking decent. I've bought up some Solana. I'm still buying up Solana actually. And I'm comfortable that even if Sol was to drop to this box here, it's a very scary box, I wouldn't sell. I would accumulate more, not with leverage, with spots. I've been buying spots. And with altcoins at this point of the market, I don't want to do too much leverage. Bitcoin, sure, fine, no problem. But the rest, yeah, we need to be careful. That is it, guys. I know it's been a long video, and I appreciate for the darkness. My family's sleeping, so I had to find a quiet corner where I can record. Hope you appreciated it, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.